Hello, my name is Belal, and I'm working with Gwen, Sophia, and George for Group 3, and we're going to be talking about the American Sign Language and our debate on why it should be used over oralism. So first and foremost, a bit of an introduction. So when discussing deaf education and communication methodologies, two of the most prominent philosophies have been American Sign Language, otherwise known as ASL, and oralism. ASL is more of a visual gestural language, which emphasizes the use of hands, facial expressions, and body language for communication. On the other hand, oralism prioritizes more traditional spoken languages and lip reading skills. It's been a debated topic and a bit of a controversy amongst the deaf community and scholars as to which is the most effective form of communication that deaf individuals and individuals who are hard of hearing can utilize. So for our group's position, we believe that American Sign Language is more beneficial to the growth and development of individuals who are hard of hearing and deaf than learning oralism. This position is supported by four aspects of ASL: accessibility and inclusivity, cultural identity, community support and resources, and visual spatial language.
Okay, so we have the history and development of ASL, starting with the founding of deaf school, specifically American School for the Deaf in Connecticut in 1917. Then ASL developed in the early 1800s all along. These schools laid the foundation for development of the deaf education by standardizing ASL and providing deaf students with a formal education. Despite all the challenges, such as efforts to ban sign language in favor of oralism, ASL developed and lived through all that, earning respect as a unique and important language. After gaining more awareness in the second part of the 20th century, ASL was officially recognized as a language, and ASL is now recognized as an essential component of the deaf culture, having a deep language, structure, and cultural importance.
Another big thing is accessibility and inclusivity. ASL is overall more accessible to a larger and broader group of people. It ensures that individuals are able to communicate effectively without the need for sound, unlike oralism, and does not rely on the ability to hear or produce spoken language. This makes sure that everyone who uses ASL is able to do so regardless of their degree of hearing loss. It embraces inclusivity and recognizes our diverse communicative needs. ASL is a vital aspect of the deaf culture and identity. And by recognizing ASL, there's an enhanced positive learning environment that values aspects of diverse and respect for all individuals.
Okay, next we have cultural identity. The deaf culture, based on their own language and customs and history, the deaf community has a shared past and identity. The pride and fellowship of the deaf community express their culture and not their incapacity to hear. ASL creates a sense of community and understanding. Depending on how exposed and involved a deaf person is in the community, their deaf identity may alter or change over time. Also, ASL plays a major role in forming deaf spaces, which are such as deaf schools, deaf clubs, or deaf environments where the community can be valued and celebrated.
My name is Wing, and I'm going to talk about the community support and resources of ASL. Firstly, ASL serves as a common language that binds the deaf community together. Deaf individuals often find comfort in interacting with others who share their language and experience. Secondly, oralism may limit employment opportunities for deaf individuals in the field of education. In contrast, ASL fluency can open opportunities in schools for the deaf and other educational settings where ASL is the primary means of communication. ASL fluency is essential for effective advocacy within the deaf community. Advocates who prioritize ASL over oralism can better represent the needs and perspective of the deaf community, leading to more impactful advocacy efforts. About resources, deaf schools that prioritize ASL instruction create a supportive environment where deaf students can fully engage with their peers and educators. Second, ASL offers more reliable communication access than oralism, especially in environments where spoken language may be challenging to access, such as workplaces, healthcare settings, and legal proceedings. The availability of ASL interpreters enhance accessibility and ensure equal opportunities for deaf individuals. Lastly, ASL users also benefit from ongoing technological developments that enhance communication access, such as improved video relay services, captioning technologies, and mobile apps that support ASL communication.
Hi, my name is George, and I'm going to be talking about the visual spatial language aspect of ASL and its expressiveness. ASL's expressiveness is shown through different aspects, such as the space between the communicators, facial expressions, and even posture. Body language is said to be the most honest and expressive form of language between all types of people, and ASL uses the entire body to communicate. Additionally, ASL is a more personal language as it forces people to keep their eyes on each other to communicate. In oralism, it's easy to break eye contact and disassociate from the conversation or make the conversation feel distant. If you don't have eye contact in ASL, it's almost like ignoring the other person. Facial expressions also allow for grammatical implications. This includes stuff like mouth movements and eyebrow raises. And in an article by the Science Daily, they said that, quote, sign languages are more expressive than spoken language because they combine the same kind of logical resources with richer, iconic means. Also, in conclusion, ASL superiority to oralism is due to multiple aspects. The historical richness that ASL has and its accomplishments through time help make hard of hearing people feel included in community. It's also garnered a culture that makes people who feel ostracized feel included. Additionally, ASL is a more accessible language for everyone and can be used by deaf and speaking people. And lastly, ASL is a personal language that requires constant eye contact and hearing through visuals. It allows for more expressive body language tools such as facial expressions, posture, and hand movements.